folks, you may know me as Loretta Lynn, the country singer. But I'm also Loretta Lynn, a pretty good country cook, ain't I?
Want 17 blue ribbons to prove it.
Want me some Crisco, too. And today I'm still using Crisco, because when they make Crisco, they throw the pattern away. Now, I do tell you, Crisco makes pie crust real flaky.
Real good.
For real flaky pie crust, trust digestible, all-vegetable Crisco.
Crisco will do you proud every time. When I was a little girl in Butcher Holler, I used to love to watch my mommy fry up that Sunday chicken. Tasted really special. So now, when I fry chicken for my family, I want it to taste just as special. So I use Crisco. Crisco makes my chicken taste like Sunday afternoon, with none of that greasy taste. You give Crisco a try. Ain't nothing better. Hey, save some for me.
Digestible, all-vegetable Crisco.
Crisco will do you proud every time.
Thank you.
You might see Loretta Lynn singing here at the fair, or you may find me out hunting up some good Crisco cooking. You know, I thought I knew just about everything you could make with Crisco until these ladies showed me their Crisco cooking. It was amazing. I just couldn't believe how many different things you could make with all vegetable Crisco. Oh, boy.
They're pecan honeymoon squares.
They're real chewy.
And say that again.
They're real chewy.
Chicken pot pie.
Now that's a flaky crust. Oh, it smells great.
And golden brown apricot fritters.
Hey, I sure would like to share some of these recipes with other folks.
Wish you would.
You want to try some great down-home Crisco cooking? Okay. Send your name and address to Loretta Lynn Crisco Recipes. That's Box 1444, Nashville, Tennessee. And I'll mail you these recipes. You'll be amazed at all the great tasting new things that you and Crisco can make. Let me ask you something. Why do some of you go through the trouble of trimming off meat fat, only to add it right back in when you're frying up some of your favorite foods? If you're using a pre-cream shortening instead of Crisco, that's just what you're doing.
Loretta knows pre-creamed shortenings can't compare to Crisco. Check your label. If it says pre-creamed, it contains meat fat. 50 to 95% meat fat. And meat fat has cholesterol. Crisco is 100% pure vegetable shortening with no meat fat, so there's no cholesterol.
And Crisco's kind of goodness sure cooks up delicious tasting dishes. That's good. You can depend on Crisco to make good food that's good for you. Crisco will do you proud every time. Hey, what's going on in here?
Baking cookies for Daddy's birthday, Mama.
Well, honey, you better get out the butter-flavored Crisco.
But this recipe says margarine, Mama.
Butter-flavored Crisco will make it better, more buttery tasting.
Goldeny rich butter-flavored Crisco has no salt or cholesterol. Use it whenever your recipe calls for margarine. See, flavors can fade during baking, but butter-flavored Crisco is made just for cooking. Margarine isn't. So butter-flavored Crisco gives foods a rich, buttery taste no margarine can match. More buttery taste in every bite.
These are delicious.
I think I'll take another.
Hey, girls,
I thought them was for your daddy. Butter-flavored Crisco for more buttery taste every time. Surprise! Hi, kids. You just missed supper.
But you're still in time for dessert.
Did you marry me just for my mama's blue ribbon cooking? You mean my Crisco cooking. Now take that lime chiffon pie. It's Crisco that makes the crust so flaky, even on the bottom. And that's what makes Crisco pies taste so good.
Your pie does look good, Mo. Almost as good as your chocolate cake.
That's my chocolate mocha cake. Crisco's what makes it rise so high and light. And it's Crisco that makes the frosting turn out so creamy.
And son, you'll never taste anything better than your grandma's Crisco cooking.
Unless he marries a Crisco cook, right? Look for my Crisco recipes in your favorite woman's magazine. Crisco will do you proud every time. They auctioned off my pie and your daddy bought it. That's when I first met him. I love that story, Mama.
And I love your cooking, honey.
Well, Crisco's what makes it taste so special. That pie looks real tempting. Wait till you try it. The filling is rich and chocolatey, but nothing makes my crust flakier than Crisco. That just melts in my mouth. And Crisco has no cholesterol. Now, honey, what will you bid for second?
Is that enough?
Wow. Crisco will do you proud every time. Better add 2 cans of Crisco to that shopping list, girls.
2?
Yeah, regular Crisco and butter flavor.
But, Mom, why do we need both?
Say you're making this buttery cream frosting. Recipe says margarine, but I use butter-flavored Crisco instead. 'Cause butter-flavored Crisco gives anything you bake more buttery taste than margarine. It's made just for cooking. Margarine isn't. Any recipe says margarine, use butter-flavored Crisco instead for more buttery taste.
Harvesting gets this crowd mighty hungry, especially for my blue ribbon Crisco cooking. Crisco made all this, Loretta? Crisco made it all delicious. And Crisco makes my country fried chicken this crispy. Can't beat that Crisco crunch.
No greasy taste here.
And Crisco has no cholesterol.
I found dessert.
That's my chocolate caramel cake. Crisco's what makes it rise so high and light and taste this moist. You'll find lots of Crisco recipes in your Crisco cookbook. And to get yours, just dial 1-800-5. Crisco. Hey, do you call that working hard?
I call this eating good.
Crisco will do you proud every time. Honey, hand me that can of Crisco over there. Which can, Mama? The butter flavor. How do you know when to use it and when to use regular Crisco? Easy, Sissy. Say you're making a shrimp and vegetable stir-fry. The recipe says margarine, but I use butter-flavored Crisco instead. 'Cause butter-flavored Crisco gives anything I cook more buttery taste than margarine. It's made just for cooking. Margarine isn't. Any recipe says margarine, use butter-flavored Crisco instead for more buttery taste.